They say that when you pass through Tel Aviv, there's law, and God is there. When you cross the line into Rehovot, there is no law, but God exists. And when you reach Beersheba, there is neither law nor God.
Welcome to the Negev. Today, we are meeting officers from the Yoav Unit, dubbed the elite police unit of the Negev.
We're mainly going to operate in the Segev Shalom police station area, so Segev Shalom, Beersheba, Route 40, Route 25, and the surrounding areas.
So this is not a drill, but an actual operation?
Our usual activity involves law enforcement. We cooperate with forces working both on the roads and in the field. If anyone tries to escape, we know how to catch them using the tools at our disposal, cars and motorcycles.
For years, the Negev has been nicknamed the Wild West. Even though crime remains pervasive, the Yoav Unit has helped reduce it. This officer spotted suspicious traces on the ground, which is why he decided to follow them. Apparently, there are vehicles using unauthorized routes. Let's see where this leads us.
It's mostly experience and a lot of intuition to understand that someone saw the police forces on the road and suddenly veered off into the field. This kind of move actually draws attention because the suspect is making themselves more noticeable. And then there are also certain types of vehicles that we recognize, based on experience, as being more problematic than others.
In recent years, the line between crime and terrorism has been blurred. On October the 7th, Keter experienced this firsthand. He was the one who eliminated Hamas's Nukba terrorists who entered from Gaza and were headed towards Netivot.
In those cases, you don't have time to call for backup because you're right behind the vehicle. You have to assess the situation in that exact moment.
Can you show me how to hold the steering wheel with one hand and shoot with the other?
At that moment, I drew my weapon and started firing. If you look at the footage that was broadcast, you'll see that at one point, I have the pistol in my hand and the motorcycle has already slowed down. So I gave it a little extra throttle and came back for a second volley.
Keter understood that day that it was a matter of seconds before the terrorists would open fire and potentially hit him. At that moment, he relied on his extensive experience with the Yoav Unit and acted as if he were chasing criminal suspects on the road.
We know how to switch in an instant from dealing with a normal person to someone who is now endangering others, someone who must be stopped as quickly as possible. In some cases, they are terrorists, so we act by shooting. In other cases, it's not terrorism. It's someone wreaking havoc on the road. In those cases, we use other methods available to the police to stop them.
Back on the ground, Officer Keter assesses that the vehicles are suspicious. One of the drivers has been operating a car without authorization for years. The day ended with several arrests, including one for refusing to submit to a drug test. For Keter, this is not a game of cat and mouse between cops and robbers. It's about restoring deterrence in an explosive territory.